brainchild of, Jesua is here. I'm so glad to see you. So Jesua, please welcome, and we're going to wait for your brief introduction.
First of all, let me take the opportunity to apologize for the late start of the event. You know how it is. Mr. Kwanzaa is doing all his best to make this place a better place. And we're counting on all of you to talk about this place and promote Bisa Aberwa to those very lucky to be here today. I can't say too much other than to say Akwaba and the place. Thank you.
And the amazing part of it, to me, is that this man, Mr. Kwanzaa, for the last 40 years, some of us were born, some of you, many of you were not. But for the last 40 years, during his trips and tours throughout Africa, he would meet artifacts or come across artifacts that he thought were outstanding and that he thought they were collector's items. So most of the things that you have seen here are his personal collection. Now, yeah, show some love, please. Now, for anybody, not in Ghana, not in Africa, but in the world, to collect items, personal items that he loves for over 40 years and build a museum, 3 or 2-story museum, just to exhibit these handicrafts is mind-blowing. Wow, congratulations. And when you talk to him, it's like, oh, it's no big deal. I have a passion for this. You know, he just talks about it casually, like it's a passion of his. But those of us who have been through the floors of this building and have seen the collection, and to know that one person's love for the last 40 years has collected these things enough to build a museum. And I'll be introducing the next speaker. I'm taking advantage because these are things I wanted to say long ago. And to want to feel 1 second more. Wow, maybe you don't. I wanted to say long ago, you know, for one person to do all of this, it's amazing. It's amazing. So as we leave here today, please always remember that you have experienced today something that I call magical. Showing some love one more time. And after opening my mouth for my unsolicited speech, I have now the pleasure to invite Ojia Hoho Nanaja Ojebi II, and he's a chairman for the function. Show him some love, and he'll give his remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. Ura Sintim, Mr. Yes, I am Ojia Hoho Yaojebi, not Nana Ojia Hoho Yaojebi. Thank you. The founder and chair, members of the Board of Trustees of Bisa Aberwa Museum, Nana non-present, honorables present, distinguished invited guests, the press, the clergy, they are here. It is an honor to be here today. Almost a couple of years ago, I became aware of this heritage facility when Her Excellency, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, came for a special commemorative opening. At that time, I had the privilege of being the President of the Western Region House of Chiefs. Exciting accounts by the people who visited this place motivated me to look for an opportunity to come over and tour this facility. As a chief, I did not even have to state that my heritage is the grounding that inspires me daily as I look to the future. Therefore, the more I learn, the more my consciousness is raised with regard to my heritage. The firmer my grounding and commitment to the values that are cherished to be passed on to the next generation. However, just as I was looking for the right cloth or time to visit the facility, I was informed that it had been temporarily closed and that there was still some detailed work to be done. You can imagine my disappointment. Nonetheless, let me congratulate the chair and board of trustees that they managed beyond all expectations to do what they did as a major contribution to the highly successful and necessary Year of Return program launched by the Excellency the President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo as the Black Star. Here's the call of Pan-Africanism, which reigns in all of us, and collectively we seek to bring the arms of Mother Africa to embrace all her scattered children. Now we have progressed into beyond the Year of Return, which does not have definite timelines. I am glad of this board, most especially the chairman, the great filmmaker, affectionately known and called by all of us as Uncle Kwao Ansa, whose thoughts, work, and voice reach all those committed to Africa and humanity. His film, Heritage Africa, and Love Brewed in an African Pot, and what I have witnessed during the tour gives me a lot of hope about this museum and the contribution it will make to the region, the country, Mother Africa, and the whole world. Undoubtedly, we need determined and collaborative effort to preserve our heritage. This will ensure a crucial link to our educational, cultural, economic, inspirational, and aesthetic self-understanding. Ancient Egypt inscribed in us with the need to self-knowledge. To quote the great Marcus Garvey, a people without knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Certainly, institutions such as this have the profound power in making a vital contribution to the nation building. The knowledge of what I have seen and heard and witnessed, and the way this facility has impacted on me, I feel highly honored to accept to chair this function. I therefore call on all present to assist me to run the program to its successful end. Chairman, Board of Trustees, congratulations. Thank you. I have accepted to chair this function to its logical completion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Now, up next is the man we are waiting to listen to, the man whose dream we have come to witness. And Mr. Kwanzaa, I have a young NAFTI student working with me. And when I told her I was coming to this ceremony, he said, "Oh, Mr. Kwanzaa." I said, "Do you know him?" She said, "Yes." For one thing, he said, every time he came to NAFTI, he told us, "You must tell the African story." So, wow, you are noted for telling the African story. Congratulations for bringing the African story this far. Showing one more time some love. While I introduce Mr. Kwanzaa, narrator of the African story.
I have a long story to tell, so please bear with me. Fellow Africans of the universe, I humbly wish to remind you that we deserve better. And to be better, every step we take should remind us of the need to sacrifice for the collective better and not individual better, because together we shall find our strength in the struggle to be better. May God bless you all. Thank you.
I was just going to tell him that they want you at the podium, then the speech had ended. How you tricked us, you know. I was sitting down ready for the speech, man. But that was a great short speech, short and sweet. Thank you very, very much. And finally, after listening to him, I'm going to introduce the mayor of Skandi Takoradi, Mr. Abdul Momen, who is going to give us another short speech. Thank you.
Chairman, board members of the Bisa Aberwa Museum, Nananum, invited guests and other dignitaries, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Indeed, today will continue to be marked as one of the important days in the history of Skandi Takoradi for the reopening of an important edifice, Bisa Aberwa Museum. A magnificent tourist site developed through the instrumentality of a son of the land, Uncle Paul of San. To help tell the true story of history. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the importance of a museum, development of any city or country cannot be overemphasized. In the 21st century, museums have moved from their traditional role to collect objects and materials of cultural, religious, and historical importance, present them to the public for the purpose of education, revenue generation venture that creates jobs, attract tourists, and investment. With Bisa Aberwa Museum, patrons from far and near are expected to visit and spend significant amount of monies which are likely to impact on the economic fortunes of the metropolis. Indeed, many studies on its economic impact have established that museums contribute to job creation, generate GDP, and bring substantial tax revenue to their communities. In 2017, a study by American Alliance of Museums revealed that museums contributed over $50 billion to the GDP of America and supported 726,200 jobs and contributed $12 billion in tax revenue in 2016. Arts Council of England also in 2015 estimated that museums and other sites across England generated over 2.64 billion pound sterling in income and employs more than 38,000 people. Sadly, in Ghana, the entire tourism industry is estimated to have generated $2.2 million in 2015 and employed an estimated 393,000 people directly and indirectly from hotels, restaurants, travel trade, entertainment, recreational, tourism sites, among others. Ladies and gentlemen, the success of the 2019 year of return, which brought into the country over 1 million foreign visitors to mark the 400 years of the first enslaved African arriving in the United States, is an indication that heritage tourism could be a game changer with the right kind of investment and attention. Aside the economic contribution, museums as institutions have helped especially Africans to tell our story on how we have survived over the years. Uncle Kowansa made a profound statement when we were touring the museum, and he said, "We shall overcome it." And I believe Africans shall overcome it. Museums have the power of bringing communities together to create unity on both sides, social and political levels. Museums are able to provide a sense of community and appreciation for the various groups and culture that exist in a particular area. Learning through the collections at museum, various ethnic groups, families, and communities understand their similarities, thereby ensure peaceful coexistence among neighbors. With the information, communication, and technology era, the role of museum to impart culture, education effectively to the future generation is important now than ever. In modern society, the museums enrich the education process by exposing children and indeed the public to their history in a positive way. They assist our future generation to understand and appreciate their history and culture and take pride in the achievement of their forebears. It is in the light of this that Second Metropolitan Assembly considers the establishment of Bisa Aberwa Museum in the metropolis as an integral part in the socio-economic development of the city. Local government, as a partner and enabler, plays crucial role in the survival and successes of any business or entity. The contribution of Bisa Aberwa Museum to the local and national development depends on the kind of relationship and support from the local government. The nature of support and relation could promote or inhibit the potential contribution of the museum to local development. It is in the light of this that I wish to assure the board and management of Bisa Aberwa Museum of the Assembly's commitment to integrate their plans and programs into the medium-term development plan of the Assembly. The Assembly also intends to appoint a senior officer to serve as a link person between the Assembly and the management of the museum for ease of communication and addressing issues within our control. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, we at Second Metropolitan Assembly are really committed to provide all the needed support to Bisa Aberwa Museum to thrive. We will ensure promotion of the museum on our website, and all subsequent investment brochures we will be producing. We also hope to, through our sister city partnership, promote the museum to the rest of the world. On behalf of the good people of Sekendita Krade, I wish to thank Uncle Kowansa for his vision, decision, and dedication to develop such a magnificent museum in the metropolis. The city will forever be grateful to you. Thank you all for your attention, and God bless us all.
Mr. Mayor, thank you very, very much. It is in fact very, very good news to hear that the city is going to be integrally made a part of this. Not only the city, but may I add, the nation and the continent. This is a big deal. So thank you again, Mr. Mayor. And the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To represent the world. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Not only Africa, he says, and the world. And I believe that. Before we continue, we want to get you to enjoy some performances. Before we have to go to the general remarks from the chairman and the vote of thanks and everything. But there's this bit that you have to enjoy. Performances. And this series of performances you're going to be seeing, two actually, were both scripted and directed by Mr. Kwanzaa. I was fortunate enough to be here last night to watch him rehearse, and I was mesmerized. Yeah. I was watching him direct, and the energy and the passion to tell the African story was just amazing. So thank you very much, Abibi Groma from the University of Ghana, for giving the support. And in a few minutes, as you guys get ready, let us all sit down and wait patiently for the performances that are coming up. One is We Rise. Yes, We Rise. And the other performance will be a clarion call of Mama. Simply amazing. Let me not say much. Let me leave you to experience what I saw yesterday. So, performers, if you're ready, the ball is in your court.
change of sand, of blood, toil, and soul of our ancestors. Ancestors, wake us up to feel your strength from the sun beaming through the little dungeon hole that the builder may prefer to call window. In chains, we survived the lowest decks of the slave ship amid the turbulence of the Atlantic and other oceans. In chains, we survived the torture whip of the plantation and bear your scars to show. In chains, we are lynched, gunned down, set on fire for our kind to observe, to fear, and to refrain. Yet we endure to rise. Oh yes, we endure to rise. Chain, we partner in battle to triumph and to build nation upon nation. Impact an enduring culture of arts, science, and thought. Yet ours remains yours, yet to remember and to reckon. Oh God, carry upon Yankupon. Rise, 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 rise.
More time. Absolutely fantastic. Mr. Diallo, I have to put you on the spot. Where are the performers? Mr. Diallo wants to see you back for a second curtain call. Performers, please come back. And Mr. Diallo will have you say a word before we continue. Show them some love one more time. Absolutely magnificent. Well done. So, ladies and gentlemen, the performers who gave you that beautiful piece, one more time, let us show them some love. Mr. Diallo.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Moderator, Mr. Chairman, Professor Konsa, dear Maestro, Honorable Mayor, representative of the Minister of Culture, Tourism, Art and Culture, Special Advisor, dear members of the board, I forgot Nana, Kitsia, dear friends, dear artists, I must start first by congratulating you and a round of applause for the artists for this magnificent performance. We are here. This is all what art is about, the power of art. Through these pieces, a few minutes, everything was said. Even if you could not understand everything, maybe you don't understand the language, the local language which was sung, or the English, because some does not speak English and speak French because of the history, or Portuguese, but you could sense and feel and go through the journey and feel the strength, the power of the story. So thank you. Medase, thank you very much. Thank you. This is the power of art. And it couldn't be another way, I would say, to close partially this session. Professor Kwanzaa, thank you very much again. Thank you. As we are closing this year, this is Africa Union actually declared this year the years of art, culture, and heritage. Arts, culture, and heritage, meaning inviting all member states to celebrate, to practice, to promote arts, culture, and heritage in their country. So for us, really thank you for this celebration, for this gift to AU, to the world. Yes, I'm here. Thank you for inviting us. My name is Abdurrahman Diallo. I'm the representative of UNESCO. UNESCO is the international United Nations organization in charge of education, science, and culture. It's global, it's worldwide. It's not only for the continent, it's for the world. It happens that I am from Africa, I am from Niger. I have the honor and privilege to represent this prestigious house or organization in the cradle of Pan-Africanism in Ghana here. So of course the story, the visit echoes differently for me personally, but it's on behalf of the world. I'm here with my colleague, Magdalena Anna. She works at UNESCO, specialist of culture. She's from Sweden, but she comes here on behalf of UNESCO, sharing the same issue, coming to help to support Ghana, to promote its culture, to protect its culture, to diffuse its history, the history of Ghana, the history of Africa, the history of the world. This history is the shared history. It's not the only one of the continent. The diaspora is concerned, all the different continents are concerned. So this is why it's so important for the organization, for UNESCO, and we want really to congratulate you for this gift to the humanity. Thank you for this devotion to the teaching. We can sense and feel. It's a privilege to have you as a guide. It's once in a life. It's once in a life to have been able to follow you, to hear you, to listen to you. While it was speedy tour, And thank you. It's a gift, and I'm sure that all the one who stayed all along can appreciate it and will keep in the very long in their mind. Today we are in the world of social media. Everything goes very fast, and students, the young one, we don't take, and even the adults, we don't take time. We don't take time. And you see, Bisa Aberwa, go and ask. Go and ask. Take the time. Take the time. It's not, you're not going to speak a dialogue with your grandmother on a speedy way. So we should take more time to listen, to learn about our shared, our common history. So this is all about this museum. Congratulations, Medase. The mayor has said everything about the museum. I would say he spoke as a UNESCO specialist about the museum, the merit of museum, what museum can bring for the society, for the economy. So everything was said. And thank you, Mr. Mayor, for the support. Thank you, representative of the Ministry of Culture, of course, for all the work which is being done, of course, which is to be strengthened and improved again. We are here, UNESCO and all partners, to contribute and support Ghana and all partners to ensure that this history is shared, this history is promoted, that our culture is preserved. As you are all aware, UNESCO developed in the 70s, the general history of Africa, which was the history of Africa, which was written by Africans, which was, since we had the old history, the one which was written by the colonizer, the Africans wrote it. The history is there, but it needs to be vulgarized, it needs to be diffused, it needs to be integrated in the curricula, in the schools, and museums. In museums are tools. Our tools are ways, and artists, music, dance are ways and tools to promote and share this museum. So, Mr. Moderator, I have been a little bit long, but I seize the opportunity on behalf of the world, I would say on behalf of UNESCO, and I wish really to bring you the salutation and support of my boss, Madame Audrey Azoulay, the Director General of UNESCO, who has just been re-elected by the member states. And you may have followed through the news that President of Ghana actually graced with his presence the celebration of the 75th year of UNESCO on November 12th. So thank you, thank Ghana, thank the people of Ghana, and we are here. We stand by you. We are all together to learn, to diffuse, to promote, to rise together. Thank you. Medasi.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to acknowledge a few more people here as we begin to wrap up. And also, you've seen the performance, you've seen everything here. Those of you who have any donations that they hope to give to support, some ladies and gentlemen will be coming around to spread a few donation boxes around if you care to donate anything to support this great cause. In the meantime, let me recognize Nana Safo Kantanka, Special Advisor for the Minister of Tourism and Culture, is here. And show him some love. Okay. Also, I have Honorable Badu Ansah, former Aviation Minister, is also here with us. So welcome and thank you for coming. We have also in our midst Mr. Nkrumah Ansre, who is also with the Ghana Tourism Authority, and showing some love as well. We have Mr. Robert Edu, also, who is here with us. And let me make sure, forgive me, let me make sure I can find all the other names. If I miss your name, please forgive me. It is absolutely my fault. But I think, now that I've exposed how disorganized I am to the worldwide public, you can forgive me. But thank you to everybody. If I forgot your name, just bear with me. And so are those with the donation things going around? For those who care to donate anything?
My acceptance speech, I requested everybody to give me the support. And you are the first person that I should thank. And then the rest of you, I thank everybody. I will also ask everybody to be on his or her feet and give a big applause to Uncle Francis. Please. That's all right. You all agree with me that a lot has gone into the establishment of this museum. And while I was going around, I was asking myself, where did this man get the resources to do what he's been able to do? In Ghana, I do not know of any museum in Ghana which is operating effectively now. I saw a lady and he said he's the staff of a Museums and Monuments Board. I said, well, so what's happening? Nana Pabranka Tia was once chairman of the board of Ghana Museums. But if you look at what a single person has done for this country, congrats, you've done very, very well. The second point, which was agitating my mind, was how do we maintain this place? He is a mortal being. He will definitely pass on. I don't know where he got the money or where he will get the money to maintain the place. But I presume that as long as he lives, he will find the money to maintain the place. What about when he's left the scene? So I was thinking about this thing. And what came to mind is that I think I will suggest to you immediately get some receipts and make sure that people who come here pay a little towards the maintenance of this facility. I have traveled to a few museums. I have been to Windsor Palace, to Buckingham Palace. I didn't pay anything. I was wondering what people were going there to look for. We went there, you saw bears all over the place, and people were all over the place. In Ghana, why don't we do the same thing? We have facilities like this. We have waterfalls. We don't visit them. A few people here have made some contribution. Our contribution will be to bring friends and relatives here to look at our heritage and pay something towards the maintenance of this place. I have also been to Atlanta, and when I was in Atlanta, I was sent to Carter Center and then to Martin Luther King's Center. At Martin Luther King Center, I spent almost 3 hours. Carter Center, about 2 hours. And I'll share some of the things I saw there and how they generate funds with Uncle. Then later on, we'll look at how far we can go to generate funds to maintain this place. I also went to Kigali and Kigali Memorial Center. You'll find them there. And at all these places too, apart from going around, they also have restaurants where you buy water, you drink some tea, You take home coffee, and then you pay. And so out of that, you use the money to maintain the place. I am also suggesting that we should have tour guides. You did very well, but you cannot be here all the time. So please train more tour guides so that as and when people come, they will also be as versatile, as good as you have been this afternoon to take us round. Another area that we can look at is, apart from the restaurant, we can also have reading material for sale. Look at this man, Kwege Agri. Look at all these people. If you can have something, a few pages written about them, that would be quite educative and informative for the youth. In my case, to promote this, as president of the National House of Chiefs and president of my traditional council, January, I promise you, I'm going to bring some of my chiefs from my traditional area and the Western Region House of Chiefs. What I expect to see is that when they come, they'll pay some money. 2, in the course of the year, I'll also bring members, some of the members of the National House of Chiefs. So I'm challenging everybody here. When you get visitors, when you get friends, please bring them here. Let them come and have a look at what is here so that we can generate some funds to maintain this center. Again, you can also produce mugs and even pictures of all these great people, and you sell them 5 CDs, 20 CDs, 10 CDs, and we'll make a lot of money from it. Having said that, when we're going around, Uncle Kwao said they have air conditioners here, but unfortunately, it is very difficult to maintain or to pay for the electricity. But we need it here. We are in the tropics. We need air conditioning. We'll put our heads together and see if we can get some organization to help us get a solar energy over here. We'll put our heads together. But having said that, I am going to provide you with 2 pieces of 2.5 air conditioners, and then 500 Ghana cedis per month for the next 12 months. Thank you very much. Please, if you don't receive the check, go to Nana Kwabrankatia and take it from him. Okay, so I thank all of you. It's been very, very insightful, well educative, and I have learned a lot, and I know anytime I visit the Twin City, I'm going to come here. Because when I also went to Washington, D.C., I visited the Black Museum, Black African Museum, or what, American Museum. So why not this one? This one is a collection of everything about Africa, Ghana, and then the diaspora. So thank you very much, Uncle Kwao. You've done very, very well. Thank you, everybody, for giving me the support.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Now, Mr. Animal.
Well, thank you for putting me on this spot. But I enjoy some sports, especially when that sport gives the opportunity to pay homage to my own uncle, Mr. Kwawansa, Mr. Kwao Penyinitri Ansa. Uncle Kwao, don't get distracted. This is your moment. There's nothing he has done in 83 years that surpasses what we have just seen here. This is the type of performance after which Aristotle would say that you've gone through catharsis. This is beautiful. What I saw here today has drained me of everything. And Mr. Ansa, I shouldn't have started from you because this vote of thanks is on your behalf, but I'll have to give it to you. After this, I don't think I have seen any chairman perform this way. I mean, a chairman who didn't just grace the occasion, but is also, number one, offering ideas about how to make money, and not only that, giving us money and taking our hands to the places where money is. You know, Diallo was struggling every time to say Medamasi, Medamasi. But now it is your turn, Yedawasi. You brought the whole world, the whole United Nations to this room. It is because somehow this museum is also United Nations. So we thank you, Diallo, for making time to come to us. Of course, Jahoho, we want to thank you again and again. The Nankatia is the deputy board chair of Bisa Aberwa. But if I have thanked even the board chair himself, how about the deputy board chair? So Nana, you can't escape thanks. Yes, Mayor, fantastic speech. Yes, I thought because of Mr. Answer's 30-second this thing, he was going to be caught in his, but I mean, he delivered a speech which got us to forget that we had just listened to the shortest speech in the world. Is it because your speech was so rich? And we thank you very much. Your children are here. I mean, yeah, they were scampering all around looking for you. I didn't know they had such a fantastic father. So thank you. And Professor, my own namesake, Professor Shan, is a tourism lecturer at KNUST. And he has whispered a couple of ideas into my ears which will cause this museum to fly. We are waiting for it. I guess that's about all, except that KSM, nobody ever thanked him, but KSM, this is a fantastic performance, if it's a performance. Thank you very much. You know, I'm an old man. I'm used to old things. So I know Metro TV. And I know that to get KSM, you have to go to Metro TV. Then I got lost. All these new TV stations, I don't get to them. So this morning I asked him and he told me he's with Kwesi Pratt's TV station, Pan-African TV. So please tune in on what date? On what days? Friday at 9 p.m. Every Friday at 9 p.m. Catch him there. Nana Safu Kantanka, Nana Fijai, we thank you. We thank you. And the school lady, thank you very much. My daughter is in your country. Yes, so please go and take care of her for me. To the performers and to the media and to you all, thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Those of you who haven't had a chance to walk through, you can do so now and experience the magic of Bisa Aberwa. And I finally want to thank everybody who's here today for making time to be with us. And please, if you haven't had a chance to go through, please do so before you leave. Okay. All right, I've just been told that they have a little canteen downstairs full of delicious Ghanaian dishes. Just behind, okay. Oh, just behind, right here. Okay. So feel free to go there and enjoy some Ghanaian dishes. Thank you very, very much. There's a phone?